Humanoid detected. Destroyed.
Welcome back to Game On. Today we're having our first ever debate. With E3 coming up, we thought, which console manufacturer might come out of this looking the best, best prospect for the future. So I'm going to be sticking up for Microsoft's corner. We've got Sarah, who's looking after Sony, and bringing up the rear is Jay, who's looking after Nintendo. Surprise, surprise. So Microsoft, what can they do? Okay, 2 words, Halo 5. Amazing franchise. Whenever I start getting relaxed about the importance of Halo, I stick it in, that music kicks up, I remember how cool a character Master Chief is, and actually amazing story. If they can bring proper next gen visual and storytelling, this one's a must. It is my number one. I thought I'd come out swinging punches.
Halo 5, that's a pretty good call. However, I'm going to raise your Halo and I'm going to throw Uncharted 4 right back at you. If anything sets the standard for graphical capabilities, it's definitely Uncharted. And we're all looking forward to how Nathan Drake's story is going to end. And E3 is going to be the great place to showcase its new gameplay.
How Nintendo can win this year's E3. Come out onto the stage and be humble, acknowledge the poor sales of the Wii U and its initial shortcomings, and immediately combat it with a robust online multiplayer system which supports voice chat and a friend system. Announce a new gamepad where it's backwards compatible with the initial units that can be synced more than one to one console, better battery life, looks nicer, better tablet capabilities, and take all these so-called big shots at their own game. David, what you got?
Thank you, Jay. That's a very humble start for you. So basically, the way Nintendo can do well is to do the things that Microsoft have already been doing for the last 15 years. The next thing I'd like to put forward for Microsoft winning E3 is to at last deliver a proper Fable game, Fable Legends. The game is a bit long in its tooth and is possibly in danger of extinction. If they can finally deliver all the promises they've offered us over all these years, game over.
So, Fable, we're going to bring up some old IPs, are we? I think what PlayStation needs to kick everybody's butts at E3 is to bring in some new IPs that are exclusive to PlayStation. I mean, yeah, we've all got the Call of Duty, we've all got the Assassin's Creed, multi-platform. We want something that's just exclusive to PlayStation. That means, yeah, I need that console. And yes, this is how we win E3.
Thank you, Sarah. You might be talking about new games, but when we're talking about classics, is there anyone in a better position than Nintendo? 2 words for you. Mario HD. Bring a proper sequel to Mario 64. I'll take a Mario Sunshine HD remake. I'll even take a Mario Galaxy 3. But a true sequel to Mario 64 will blow all of these companies out of the water.
Gears of War. Now, when Gears of War came out last generation, it was the system seller. It set a new benchmark in hide and peek gameplay, incredibly dark visuals and squishy sound effects. Now, I've heard the first 3 are getting remastered. I don't want none of that. I want a brand new, fresh Gears of War. And finally, Horde mode. I rest my case.
So, all this talk about AAA titles, let's focus on something like the indies. If PlayStation brings some more indie developers and more titles to E3, it'd definitely be something different to look at. You know, less explosions, less big games. Let's have something a bit smaller, something a bit more meaningful, that a small company's brought to the table, rather than just all these big things that happen all the time. I mean, come on, like last year's No Man's Sky looked absolutely amazing. So if we have something like that to bring to the table again, I think we've smashed this E3.
All this talk of fighting and smashing and gritty backdrops, let's have a Pokemon massive multiplayer online RPG. Imagine, if you will, instead of playing as a trainer, play as a Pokemon. Choose your Pokemon. a vast world open for you on the Wii U to expand upon. Certain areas unable to get past due to the native Pokemon there. So you would have to choose a trainer yourself, allow yourself to be caught and trained and leveled up, and then take them with you on the 3DS to level up your Pokemon until you can reach the end of the map. And then you go back and you choose a different Pokemon, opening other worlds where you can explore. Cross-play compatibility, online fighting against other players. This would sell bucket loads. Over to you, Dave.
Well, being a mature man that I am, I don't want to be playing with Pokemon. I want to play with a real woman, Lara Croft. Now, it's probably going to be a timed exclusive, but are you willing to wait? The hype for this is going to be ginormous. And if I can actually raid some tombs this time, there's going to be room for an Xbox under my goggle box.
Emphasis on the timed exclusive. You know, we will be getting it eventually, so I don't think that's any reason that it's, you know, you're going to win E3 on this. But what I am interested in seeing is more on the Now, PlayStation Now. Basically, it's already been baited over in America and Canada, but I want to see more details on it. What games are we getting? What kind of prices are we looking at? How is this going to work? Will it be able to use it on a PS3, PS4 and Vita? Or simultaneously? Well, that's what I'm looking to find out. And if they announce it all and more details, I think that's going to put us in the running.
No gaming company has a larger back catalogue than Nintendo. So, listen to this. Instead of drip feeding us virtual console games, how about opening up a Netflix style service where you pay a monthly subscription to Nintendo directly and be able to download anything from their back catalogue? Tie in the Nintendo World Champions so you can have online leaderboards, qualifications for the World Champions. Imagine a time where everyone across the world can compete in speedruns with older games from the Nintendo original NES to Game Boy games to Wii games, all on the same platform, all against each other. Just imagine the possibilities. All of those games, one price. Why haven't they done this yet?
Again, Nintendo a bit slow out of the block there. I'll use PlayStation Now on my PlayStation for that. But why am I going to buy an Xbox? I'll tell you why. New hardware, a new 1 terabyte version, really attractive. Have you seen the new controller? Looks like a Batwing. Virtual reality. Look for Xbox to lead the way technology-wise, like they did with Xbox Live. I'm sold. Move over. Thanks, guys.
I'm just going to end this debate right now, just with one game that we all want to see. Final Fantasy VII remade, not just a HD remake, I mean the actual thing, in full PS4 graphics. You know you all want to play it, because I definitely do. Thank you.
Let's put this to bed then. Nintendo announced all of the new games at E3 and everyone thinks that that's all. But then all of a sudden the lights go down and then back up, and behind him there's just one word on the screen: Game Boy. Imagine a high definition Game Boy that can be, with a HDMI output that can be plugged into a TV, Wii U Pro Controller compatibility, full online capabilities, back catalogue opened up so you can play all of these new games on Nintendo's new subscription service. Imagine a time where Nintendo is back up at the top with the Game Boy HD. That's all.
So there you have it. We've all made our cases. Yep, come over, guys. Right, we want you to decide who's going to be the winner of 2015. So make your decision by leaving a comment for us. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. We're going to be back every Wednesday, but we're going to be covering E3, aren't we? We're going to be coming in for the live conferences.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm going to be there in my pyjamas.
Fantastic.
Hashtag Team Nintendo.
Right, let's get the pizzas in. Peace, guys.
Thank
See you later.
Subscribe.
Hi to all who are watching and welcome to our new channel, Game On. Well, we hope to be a convene for game enthusiasts, and for me, I emphasise on enthusiast.
Okay, so I'm going to start by declaring that I have never played Zelda. Hateful Eyes away. Your time to convince
Don't
me what I'm
know
missing out on.
if I can look you in the eyes after you've saying that.
When the dart rolls in, those zombies dive off the crazy end, and I found myself mashing the run button through my keyboard and screaming at the screen before misjudging a ledge and landing in a crumpled heap at the bottom of a cliff I forgot I was careening towards.
We have them wonderful. One I'm actually happy to be. Okay.
Yeah. Well, basically, I was just going to give a brief overview of why you should be playing JRPGs.
If you're a female gamer, some of the abuse that I've heard from female friends about when gaming online is quite frankly frightening. But to be fair, you all sound like you want exactly the same game that you've had before. But yeah, if you do
The stuff that it's already got.
Humanoid detected destroyed.